very different new year for all of us, given the tier restrictions going into tier 4. We've spoken about it before, but another big blow, really.
Yeah, one after another, isn't it, at the minute? But, we've got to get over it. We've got to just hang in there while this vaccine's dished out, really. A few more months ahead, I think.
How have the players reacted to it, if at all? Is it something that they've spoken about, or you've heard them speaking about?
Well, we've gone into a drastic action from yesterday at the training ground. It's, I've never known it before. Apparently, it was like that before I came in that initial lockdown. But, the lads can't change at the ground, can't shower at the ground, can't eat at the ground, training ground. Everything's changed in the last 24 hours. They've got to take the kit home and wash it themselves, and got to walk around the place inside here with one of these snoods, all the time now, apart from when you're eating. We're not eating, actually, so you got to walk around with one of them all the time. You name it. There's so many things that we've got to adhere to in the last 24 hours. It's, it is worrying to say that, for people to think this is what we've got to do. Then it's, I don't mean to be disrespectful when I say the ordinary person. We've got an environment here, which in the bubble, but it obviously is a big worry for the government at the moment, I would think.
And how does that impact then what you try to do on a daily basis? Because I imagine it would impact how you operate. Yeah,
it does. Yeah, it'll. I'm not saying it'll affect team spirit, but obviously, if you can't get lads together, it's you can't generate anything in that respect. So, even our meetings now, we can't go in our meeting room, which is quite sort of big. So we've got to go in another area, which is like a massive, almost like a massive gymnasium, to have a meeting now, to have a pre-match meeting about the opponents, etc. So it is really strange at the moment, and doesn't make anybody's job any easier, I'm afraid.
On that note, there's loads of people being given their opinion who are in the game. Do you think there will come a point, or do you think there is a need for a break or a pause or anything like that?
Well, I don't personally know, but it's every individual's opinion, I suppose, isn't it? I just think the country needs some sort of outlet, and I think if they were to withdraw football as well, I think that would be a disastrous step, I feel, at this moment in time.
To the football then, after the defeat on Monday, despite all the precautions you've had to put in place and how different things are, what's been the reaction from the players? Have you like what you've seen on the training field?
Oh, I haven't got a problem with the training. The training's fine. It's just a disappointment of the way we lost the other night, and knowing that we've got another tough game ahead of us now, in similar situation, really, and we've got to deal with it.
How similar will the game on Saturday be from the one you had on Monday? Teams in similar positions in the table. Is that about as far as the similarities go, or do you expect more of the same in terms of
no, not really. I think both teams, play the same style, really. So it's just a matter of whether we can cope or eliminate a 10-minute spell where we concede goals. It's what I do know is you're going to have to roll your sleeves up, because I think Gareth Ainsworth has done a fabulous job down there. Let's make no mistake about it. Wycombe Wanderers, how he didn't get manager of the season, I'll never know. For Wycombe to be in the Championship is incredible, and more than holding their own. I just think it's almost like a fairy tale. When I first started in football, I played at Wycombe Wanderers in the FA Cup for Burton Albion, both non-league teams, and I think I played against them when I was at Notts County before they went into the league. It's an amazing step, and I watched the final last year, the playoff final, and there were no fluke in it. They just were the best team, and because they've got that team spirit, I would imagine that if they have the same things to do adhere to regarding the training ground, it will affect them as well, because our team spirit are probably our strengths at the moment, both teams.
Duncan Watmore on the score sheet once again on Monday. Club any closer to sorting out where his future lies?
Not really. I think they've been speaking. I think behind the scenes has been, quite. I've had a chat with one or two people involved as well. So I think both parties know where we are really, and then it's just really down to Duncan, I think, now.
And I mean, given how well he's settled here and obviously the recovery that he's had, it's been a long road back for him. I mean, how big a risk would it be, do you think, if he, and we hope it doesn't happen, but if he did decide to go elsewhere, would it be a big risk for him, do you think?
I don't worry about it, if I'm honest. I just get on with it. If what will be, will be. I've done what I can do. And that's all you can do as a manager. You've got more worries than just one player. You've got to worry about. I've got to worry about 20. Well, I wish I had. About 18 at the minute.
On that note, I mean, do you expect? We're into January now. Granted, very early, but do you expect any outgoings?
No, not really. I mean, you never know in football, do you? You get things just come out of the blue, usually. And I haven't had any phone calls for outgoings at all, and we aren't overly close to incomings either. So I'm in that horrible situation which I was hoping we weren't going to be in.
Yeah, and I know you spoke a lot about wanting to do things early and get them through the door early. So it sounds like that might not be the case necessarily at the moment.
I would
anyway.
imagine it will be around about 3 o'clock on the 31st.
How difficult does that make things for you?
It doesn't make it any easier, does it? But it's what will be, I'm afraid.
On about contracts, and you've really pushed this season to plan for the future with contracts for Boro and Dijksteel to name a few. Is there a plan in place to look at those who are potentially out of contract come the end of the season? Yeah,
we're talking all the time. We're talking behind the scenes about the future and about the squad, and I've had a chat with one or two players as well. So yeah, but there hasn't been that rush to do anything because we've had such a busy period. But I would imagine there'll be one or two other things ironed out in the next couple of weeks.
And on Patrick Roberts, a lot of talk about him. It feels like every game there's talk about Patrick Roberts. Is he still in your plans?
Well, nothing's changed from when I spoke before the last game and before the game before that and before the game before that. So if you want to look back at what I said.
I'll do that. And just finally, team news, looking ahead to Wycombe, how good a shape is the squad in?
Well, they're all available. There's nobody. I don't think anybody's pulled out from the other night, so it'll be the same 18 lads, and we'll pick whether I go with the same or make one or two little adjustments. We're having a look at them this morning.
Great stuff. Cheers, Neil. Thanks for your time as always. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you very much.
Hi, Neil.
Where are we now?
Tim.
Oh, hi, Tim. Yes, mate.
Yeah, just on the subject of the transfer window, you've been in the game a long time. Is this a period of the season that you enjoy, that opportunity to fine-tune the squad and get one or two in and out?
Not really. No, it wouldn't bother me if we didn't have a January window, really. If you had to go with what you've got in the summer, it wouldn't bother me in the slightest. Because I think it's a bad time to shop, if I'm honest. You get desperation and you get people demanding money that they don't really warrant and all sorts of things. So I don't really think it's a great period of time for a manager, if I'm honest.
On the subject of Duncan Watmore, has he given you any sort of indication? What's your vibe on it? And have you got backup options lined up?
Well, he's told me that he wants to stay. He's loving it here. So that's what in the last couple of weeks was brought up. But I'm not. There's nothing else new really. I think the parties have been talking more. But I think the talking's finished now, as far as I'm concerned. He'll either sign or he won't. I think the Birmingham game's his last game, and what will be will be.
And you talked about it briefly before, but the Wycombe situation, do you love this story of the underdog? You've been the underdog quite a lot in your career. They've got Adebayo Akinfenwa playing up front at the age of 38. I know that you love a striker as well.
Well, they've got another young lad who's just as big and strong, but he's a bit quicker than the older compartment. So it's they are a very strong side. I mean, the other night they didn't really give Cardiff a look in, if I'm honest. When we watched the highlights, they would thoroughly deserve the victory. So we know how tough Cardiff are. So we've got to put up more of a we've got to put up a little bit more of a fight probably than we have done in the we're not the most physical side, but we've got to stand up and be counted. I think you've got to look in the trenches. I think this weekend.
And the work that's been done in 2020 to turn the club around, do you feel as though you've teed yourself up for a big year? You put yourself in a really good position now to kick on? Yeah,
I think the squad's taking shape. I think we've, and I don't mean this to criticising Steve or anybody, but I think we've done it sort of more or less in a difficult period with our hands tied behind our backs at time, because we've gone with what we've got, really. We haven't really brought any new faces in, but I'm not sure new faces would have done better than what we have got anyhow. So I don't, it's just, it would be nice to have probably another one or maybe two wide players to give us options when we want to have a real go at them, rather than, asking full-backs to play there. And are you with me in that role? But other than that, I'm quite happy at the back with what we've got, and midfield. If I didn't have to change anything, it wouldn't be the end of the world.